Let's go.
On May 26, 2025, a traffic officer in Ocala, Florida, spotted a vehicle speeding, going 20 miles per hour over the limit. When the officer attempted to initiate a traffic stop, the driver, later identified as 31-year-old Leroy Graham, refused to comply and began driving away.
I'm going to put it in chat, just so everybody's clear.
Setting off a series of
That
events
figures.
that quickly escalated beyond a simple speeding violation.
He's running a red. We're 1031 past the interstate westbound. Turning on Old Glixton Road.
Instead of pulling over, the driver continued moving at a steady pace, seemingly ignoring the officer behind him. But as the vehicle approached a major roadway, everything changed. The calm pace escalated, and what followed was a high-speed sequence stretching across several miles.
Passing Southwest 10th Street. No traffic.
Southwest 10th Street, no traffic.
Hit that piece of shit. Right in. I'd have pitted him on the passenger side so he'd go in the woods instead of across into traffic. See, that's stuff you got to think about. He pitted him on the driver's side, which automatically he's going to be going in head on into oncoming traffic. That's unsafe. We are responsible for the way we pit and where that car goes. The officer's responsible. I pitted him. I'm responsible for that vehicle, whatever it hits, until it stops. I am not on a 4-lane road going to pit that son of a bitch on the driver's side. I'm going to pit him on the passenger side, and he's going to go off to the right into those woods back there. Protecting the innocent civilians. The innocent drivers going down that road that don't know what the hell's going on. That's a stupid move on this officer's part.
Passing 20th Street, coming up to 200 right now.
And they teach you that when you're being pit certified.
We're westbound on 200.
Westbound on 200.
Hold the traffic. He's stopping.
Now, right there, you don't do it that way. If he'd have stopped like that, I'd have pulled up in front of him and blocked him from the front. And come out with my fucking gun over the hood. You son of a bitch, get and rush the fucking car.
Put your hands up!
Law enforcement used several techniques, including tactical maneuvers, to stop the fleeing vehicle. The chase ended on a busy highway, where officers...
Boy, I bet you Baby Huey hadn't ran that quick in years. Did you see him? He's got 2 speeds, slow and stop.
Officers conducted a high-risk stop. The driver admitted he ran because he didn't have a valid license. He was arrested and taken to the Marion County Jail, but posted bond and was released later that day. The suspect, Leroy Graham, was charged with fleeing and attempting...
I'm just going to say it at night. If he's crossing the street, he better smile. Because ain't nobody going to be able to see him. Smile. Buckwheat, just smile when you cross the road.
...to elude law enforcement, reckless
The
driving,
fuck?
and driving without a valid license. On January 25th, 2024, deputies in Thurston County responded to a report of a stolen vehicle in the Grand Mound area. Not long after, a traffic...
Yep, that's all it had been.
The same SUV...
That's what it had been, Texas. And he had to call somebody to come get the car because he can't drive. I can't release him and let him drive away. He doesn't have a driver's license. So I'm either impounding the vehicle or he can have somebody come pick it up if he hadn't ran.
SUV running a red light in Tumwater. When the deputy tried to stop the vehicle, the driver initially complied. Then
But
suddenly-
instead, Kuta Kinte decided to put everybody's life in danger on the road because he didn't have a driver's license. See, that's the very beginning of his criminal career. He won't stop there.
sped off, kicking off a dangerous high-speed pursuit that stretched across multiple areas.
5-8, we're taking off southbound Capitol. Sounds good. He's splitting lanes. He's going to cause a wreck here. 36, you take the pursuit since you're marked.
Passing 99, speeds are 100. Light traffic passing 99, speeds are 100.
Call it news 2. Still southbound, speeds of 95.
I never gave my speed. I never told dispatch, oh, I'm going 80 right now.
36, just go for a pit if you can. We're southbound case now.
The suspect sped, reaching speeds of up to 100 miles per hour before exiting onto Maytown Road. Deputies attempted a pit maneuver, but the driver managed to keep going. Another unit
Block
deployed a
him.
grapple device, but the suspect swerved violently, damaging the equipment by driving over it. The pursuit continued, with deputies staying close behind as the situation escalated.
What is that? What was that net that came up?
Silver Lake
5-8, my grapple, bro.
5-8, my
Yep, that's what happens, Texas.
grapple 1640.
But let me tell you this, Texas. That cop was just being a dick. Because if I'd have pulled you over and you didn't have your driver's license on your person, I would have ran you by name and date of birth. And it would have kicked back that, yeah, here's his driver's license number. Yeah, I could have told dispatch run a 1027 on that license. And I'd have got all the info. I would have known you actually have a license with just a few clicks of my radio.
The suspect
Well, obviously the grapple don't fucking work, right?
exited the vehicle, drank vodka despite officers' commands, and was arrested with help from K9 Asher. The passenger said he'd been drinking during the chase. Known to deputies from a previous high-speed pursuit, he was booked again for DUI, attempting to elude, driving on a suspended license, and cited for running a red
And littering. Did you see what he just did? I'd have charged him with
and
fucking
cited for
littering.
running a, and cited
Look
for
what he-
running a
shit.
red light, attempting to elude,
Watch.
driving on
Watch
a
it.
suspended license, and
And
cited for running
littering.
a red light, public and
That's a $320 fine right there, or it used to be. Can't throw that over there, slick dick.
intoxication, and littering. Early on the morning of May 4th, 2025, a Florida Highway Patrol trooper spotted a Toyota Supra, a car known for its powerful engine and high performance.
I tell you what, when that car first came up, I thought I was looking at a Porsche. No shit. It's a Honda? Are you kidding me? A Honda used to come on 2 wheels. That's it, only had 2 wheels. I'd have never guessed a Honda.
Speeding at 93 miles per hour on the Gandy Bridge in Tampa, where the speed limit was just 55. When the trooper tried to pull the driver over, the vehicle suddenly sped up and fled eastbound across the bridge.
Is this officer listening to Hee Haw on the fucking radio while he's in a 1080? Yeah, that's real fucking professional. Yeah, you can keep your mind occupied on what you're doing listening to fucking Buck Owens. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Find what video? What video are we looking for? Bye-bye, baby.
At the far end of the bridge, the trooper performed a pit maneuver that caused the Supra to spin onto the shoulder, where it then struck a light pole and caught fire. The driver,
Bye-bye, baby.
31-year-old Brandon Ramnarine, and his passenger both suffered non-life-threatening injuries and were taken to the hospital. Brandon was arrested and charged with fleeing and eluding at high speed.
I wish it had been DOA.
On May 11th, 2025, near the Tennessee-Arkansas border on Interstate
Yep, the heat is
55,
on.
officers were on alert for a blue Hyundai Elantra linked to a recent robbery in West Memphis. When a vehicle matching the description and license plate passed by, the officer attempted to stop it, but the driver quickly sped off, heading toward Tennessee with a backseat passenger moving suspiciously inside.
Don't come over here. Hey, good girl. What? Can't pit him on this bridge. That's a no-no. Cannot pit him on the fucking bridge, you goddamn idiot. Did you not just... Oh my God, I don't know what training they go through to get pit certified. Obviously, it's not the same type of training that I got into Forsyth, Georgia. You cannot pit on a bridge. You'll have traffic back up for 30 fucking miles before the wrecker can get to the scene and clear the road. Oh my God, these fucking idiot cops. I don't get it.
We tried to pit. They're in Tennessee now. What do you advise, Supervisor?
The vehicle accelerated past the speed limit and other motorists, reaching speeds up to 100 miles per hour. Officers followed closely and performed a pit maneuver, but the driver continued fleeing into Memphis. The chase intensified as the driver recklessly sped southbound on Interstate 55.
I'll bet you $1 to a donut it's a hood rat. In Memphis? Yeah, it's a hood rat. You can tell this is Memphis. What'd you find, Texas?
At around the 9-mile marker in Memphis, a second pit maneuver successfully forced the vehicle off the road and into a median barrier. The backseat passenger fled on foot, crossing traffic lanes, while the driver stopped on the shoulder and was taken into custody after following officers' commands. On October 11th, 2019, an officer spotted a black Chevrolet pickup speeding at 73 miles per hour in a 55 mph zone. When the officer
I don't know if it was the state police or not.
The vehicle initially stopped, but partly blocked the lane. After being asked to move to a safer spot, the driver
Oh, and the
suddenly
grappler
sped off,
failed?
weaving through traffic and driving recklessly.
Let me click the link before it goes away. Ah, damn, that's 23 minutes long. Okay. Let's go. Thanks for the video, man.
To 503. I've got one running. I'm at 117. Headed your way. Black Chevy 503 if we can get it clear.
I agree, Miss T-Gun.
Want to try to pit him.
The dispatcher don't need all that shit. I'm gonna try to pit him. What the fuck? Just do it. You don't have to write a book about it. And the dispatcher, trust me, they don't give a shit. They're trying to get their fucking nails to dry and shit. Like, yeah, 10-4, you're going to try to pit. 10-4. 10-4. Trust me on that. I know. They don't give a shit. I'm 1080. Here's my location. End of transmission.
The pickup reached
Spend way too much time talking on the fucking radio like it's an iPhone.
and driving briefly on the wrong side of the road and the center left turn lane. Multiple officers joined the pursuit as the driver kept endangering other motorists along the route between Black Rock and Portia.
Pit that piece of shit. That's an easy vehicle to pit unless it's a four-wheel drive. Or unless it's got a 1-ton toolbox on the back of the bed. Makes it a little bit more difficult. Pit. You know, you wasn't lined up right, man. You just gave yourself away now. Now he knows what you're trying to do. And don't pit him on that side. See, ladies and gentlemen, when this dumbass, and I call him a dumbass with a badge, when he pits this guy on that passenger side, this truck is going to shoot to the left. Look at what's on the left-hand side. Yeah, I know there's not traffic there, but you never know when soccer mom is going to be coming down the road in her little minivan going to the store for milk or some shit, and then here's a pickup truck coming right head on at her, sideways. It's so much easier and safer at this location. He's in the left-hand lane. I'd be in the right-hand lane, and I'd pit him on that passenger side so he goes away from oncoming traffic. I didn't make that shit up. They taught us that when we were being pit certified in that class. I just don't understand what training these fuckers have went through. Yeah, exactly. See the oncoming traffic? You see the vehicles coming? And this officer is lined up for a pit now. I hope he takes that into consideration and doesn't put this fucking truck in the trunk of that oncoming car. What are you doing? See, ladies and gentlemen, it takes nothing to get over on the right-hand side and pit on the passenger side. It's just as easy on the passenger side as it is on the driver's side. The only outcome is which way are you going to send that vehicle when you pit it? Into oncoming traffic or off to the right in the woods or the side of the road, whatever. See, they drilled that shit in our head like our parents did. Look both ways when you cross the road type shit. Yeah, they drilled it into our head. Be careful on which side you pit on. You got to take your whole surroundings into consideration. Evidently, they didn't go through that same training. That is so fucking dangerous what this trooper is doing. Very dangerous. Don't pit him yet. See, here he goes in the other lanes.
A pit maneuver successfully forced the pickup off the road.
Fucking idiot.
causing minor damage to the vehicle. The driver tried to escape again, but got stuck in a ditch.
Is anybody surprised? Not me. I'm not surprised.
With the help of other officers, both the driver, Clauderick Williams, who was on federal probation, and the passenger, Jermaris
Federal
Brown,
probation.
had an outstanding felony
Jeremiah
warrant,
Brown.
taken into custody.
You think that could be a hood rat? Some menace to society piece of shit hood rat? Yeah, I think so.
To jail. On January 30th, 2019, officers were alerted about a stolen 2004 white
Shit makes me sick to my stomach sometimes, watching these fucktards try to enforce the law.
Per hour, passing traffic dangerously and speeding well above the limit. When officers tried to stop the car, it continued fleeing at high speeds.
She's passing traffic on the shoulder.
The dispatcher don't give a shit. She's passing traffic on the show. The dispatcher could give a fuck. Look, she's waiting for the day shift dispatcher to bring her back some Burger King right now. That's all she's concerned about. She just started her shift. She's waiting for her fucking double cheeseburgers and her french fries from Burger King. He's driving on the shoulder. Don't give a shit. Thank you. Just fucking, I'm 1080. Here's my location. How hard is that? These radios are not an iPhone. Yeah, he's driving reckless. No shit. Isn't that why you're chasing him? Fucking dumbass idiot. Bunch of drama queens. Jesus, you'd think we're on a fucking Jerry Springer show, right? Golly.
Just across the bridge here to 5. Speeds are about 120.
She don't give a fuck how fast you're going.
Traffic's not real light.
She doesn't care. I don't know how they don't fucking listen.
It's light. It's not real heavy.
All he's doing is using the fucking radio unnecessarily. I'd be like 10-3, 10-3. Unnecessary use of the radio.
To Interstate 40, reaching speeds between 90 and 120 miles per hour.
Give me your fucking location so I can send it out to the other officers.
Driving on the shoulder and damaged its rear tire after hitting something near a tractor trailer. The driver then exited onto Dora Road, weaving into oncoming traffic and passing other cars dangerously on curves. Officers attempted to push the vehicle off the road, but the driver kept going.
She's going back with her.
Okay. Fortunately, she's blowing her right rear tire, but she is still continuing.
Why would you get behind the tractor trailer, Slick? Oh. He must be pit certified and the other guy's not. One of these officers just gave that truck driver a story to tell his kids when he gets home.
72 with that tire out.
Yeah, it was a road alligator. That's exactly what it was. He needs to retread. Right?
We're taking door exit now. I'll have to wait till I get down here towards the bottoms.
Hey, Captain Pegging. Oh, did you ever send me anything about that? Hold on, let me look. Pegging is fine.
Yeah, I'll get her right up here in just 1 second.
Even with a shredded
save
rear
that
tire and
image.
parts of the fender flying off, the suspect didn't slow down. Officers noted that the Acura would briefly reduce speed, only to accelerate again past 90 miles per hour. The chase stretched across multiple jurisdictions as dispatch notified nearby departments to prepare. Despite dangerous curves and shifting lanes,
Got
the
him.
suspect showed no signs of giving up.
The second is the one compatible with Kick. I checked it out. So the small one? What's the big one for then? What's the big one for? Usually I need a 156, what is it, 156? 56 is the smallest one, and then there's one in the middle. I can't remember what the numbers on it is. No, it's a 112, not 156. 112. The big one is for you. Oh, okay. So we didn't get to see him pit. So let's go. He said, "Funny, it worked fine this morning."
Traveling westbound through a construction zone. The driver, Melissa Smith.
Thank you for the update, therapy.
A high-speed pursuit reaching 109 miles per hour and endangered construction
Thank you, Miss
workers and
Susan.
police officers alike. After brake checking the trooper and attempting to flee multiple times, she was finally stopped using a pit maneuver and arrested following a short foot chase.
Thank you for the update, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, the update I'm talking about is therapy said, "Funny, Pornhub worked fine for me this morning." So the update is Pornhub is 10.8. It's good to go. Miss Rosemary, are you still here? I know a little bit of me goes a long way. So, yeah, there is that, of course. Look at this. See the stop stick? They put the stop, well, that looked like a stop spike strips right there, but he had to stop so he didn't run over the spike strips. Oh, Miss Rosemary. You know, I was just thinking, Rosemary, when somebody brought up Pornhub, when we do the OnlyFans stream where you're spanking my butterfly, afterwards we could load that video up to Pornhub. Can we make money that way? Just blur out my face, not the butterfly. Don't blur out the butterfly, but blur out our face. I don't know. We might be able to make some money that way. I don't know. Running, so that tells me I did wash my hands. I don't know why you're so interested in how clean my hands are, but bye baby. It's a possibility. Piece of shit. You remember that movie, The Purge? I watched that movie, but I thought of another form of The Purge. Yeah. While here, please follow and hit. Oh, thank you, Miss Susan. Piece of shit. Shoot that piece of shit. Yeah, it is. It's a movie. It's an eating disorder movie.
Smith falsely claimed she had been kidnapped and assaulted, but further investigation revealed that she had been staying with the suspect willingly and was in a romantic relationship with him.
Yeah, she tried to holler victim, like my boyfriend made me do it, and he's not my boyfriend. He kidnapped me. That was her story. Good evening, Miss Susan.
Officers
Why is she not in handcuffs? Yeah, they taught us how to do that in police academy too. How to handcuff a suspect. Obviously, he didn't listen to that training.
found meth, syringes, a scale, and love letters inside
Why
the
is she
vehicle.
not?
Melissa Smith was charged with felony fleeing and eluding, theft by receiving stolen property, possession of methamphetamine, driving under the influence of drugs,
But yet she's in the back of a patrol unit, handcuff free. I don't get it.
possession of drug-related objects, giving false information to law enforcement, reckless driving, and multiple other traffic violations. Troopers joined a pursuit initiated by Conway Police involving a black Dodge Charger traveling east on Interstate 40. The suspect reached speeds of 120 miles per hour and began passing vehicles on the shoulder before taking an exit into North Little
Wow.
Rock.
Hey guys, talking about handcuffs. Here's something on the Stream Loop cards that you can use to handcuff me to my chair. And there's another one you can just handcuff me. Yep. You can handcuff me to my chair. My right arm handcuffed to the chair.
Night Cop 35 says, handcuff your right hand to the chair for 5 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, he must be therapy. He found out that they're having a 50% off down there on Beale Street for the barbecue. Yeah, Rendezvous is having a 50% off. He's in a hurry to get there. And that reminds me, if you ever go to Memphis, if anybody ever goes to Memphis, make sure you eat at Rendezvous. That is the best barbecue I've ever had. It's not on Beale Street. It's real close to it, though. It's like the next street over. And you park under this underground parking, or this covered parking. It's got like 3 levels. And yeah, remember that, Rendezvous, Memphis, Tennessee. Did another dumb update. Now, if you multi-stream with Twitch, you're only allowed to read the Twitch chat only. What does that mean? You're only able to read I can read the Twitch chat. I don't know what you mean by that. Turn out Twitch did another, like read it out loud. So nobody else can see the chat, is what you're saying? The other viewers can't see what the other viewers are saying if you're multi-streaming? Marmalades, what? So if you have multiple chats, you only allowed to read the Twitch chat. Oh, okay. So if I was using Restream, the only chat that would show up in my Restream chat is Twitch. Restream needs the stream key. Okay. Only is allowed to read Twitch chat only, but can show multiple chats. Wow. Okay. I would be able to see it. All the chats and YouTube and all that, but all Twitch can, I got it. You know what that means? Twitch's viewership is going down, so they're making rules and regulations on how to keep people on Twitch. Because if they were the king and they were #1 streaming platform, they wouldn't have to do any of that shit. That's what happens when you hire a bunch of blue-haired, nose ring pieces of shit that gets their feelings hurt when the wind blows.
JFK, speeds 412. We're going to be taking JFK.
Anti-consumer too.
Take JFK.
Yeah, a lot of people have quit streaming on Twitch that I know. They went over to Kick and YouTube, one or the other or both. Twitch has got too many fucking rules and community guidelines that directly violate United States citizens' First Amendment rights. And the streamers aren't putting up with it anymore.
Pit maneuver near the old North Little Rock Police Department. The driver, later identified as Corey Simmons, fled on foot and resisted arrest. Officers were forced to use
I don't blame you,
force
Therapy.
before finally taking him.
I'd love to be back on Twitch.
Corey.
That's how we talk to criminals. We don't ask them about what they want in their Happy Meal. You know, if extra onions is okay. Get your fucking ass, you fucking stupid piece of shit. Did your mother have any children that lived, you dumbass? Yeah.
Simmons was charged with felony fleeing, reckless driving, resisting arrest.
Exactly, Chris.
100.
What that is if you're in the buddy system, you can do anything. If you're not in the buddy system, they nitpick you with every community guidelines. But a community guideline never supersedes our First Amendment right.
Miles per hour and improper passing on the shoulder.
Yeah, exactly, Therapy.
Deputies spotted an older gray suburban SUV driving aggressively on 27th Avenue, swerving.
And Chris, I'm going to tell you right now, man, I'm a little upset with you. Talking to Chris, 99. I'm a little appalled. Yeah, just a little bit.
Into
wow.
oncoming traffic and refusing to stop.
Holy shit.
Despite no active police pursuit at the time. Once the suspect noticed a marked patrol car with emergency lights, they made a sudden U-turn and tried to escape, prompting law enforcement to engage in a high-speed pursuit.
Down to Oslo, medium traffic.
Chris says, what? Look, man. Yesterday, I spent an hour this is why I'm appalled with you. I spent an hour waiting on my turn at the barber shop. And you dance your happy ass into the stream and not once mention how beautiful and sexy my new hairdo looks. Did you get this side? Did you see this? Do you see this side? Not one word from you. Everybody else is complimented, meaning trooper, but not you. I got a haircut. We must be twins, man. What's your mama's name?
66 gets more sticks out there. Speeds are 88. Traffic is moderate. Gonna hold off on it.
Why is he? Do you hear this fucktard talking to? He's talking to dispatch. She don't need to know all that, nor does she give a shit. She's sitting there behind the fucking radio going, here we go again, looking over at the jailer, like, here we go. Oh, 10-4-26. Like I needed to know all that stupid shit. That's what they're doing. I assure you, I've seen them do it with my own eyes.
I'm gonna try to turn again. We're going on 74th.
413, blocking traffic. G.
Hit that piece of shit. Maybe. That's what I'd be doing. Trying to get some pegging time in.
Coming up to the range, dead end. We're gonna have a signal for you.
They have been actively targeting conservative chatters too. Used to love it, but it's a cesspit now. Oh, it's a cesspit now. Yep. Miss Tegan, are you talking about Twitch? Twitch is actively targeting conservatives now? See, that's what I'm saying. A conservative, a patriot, needs to purchase Twitch from Jeff Bezos, that bald-headed piece of shit, and move it to a patriot state like Texas or Florida, Alabama, Mississippi. Mississippi would be good as long as it's not from Jacksonville north towards the Delta. It's got to be down there in the Biloxi area where you get some decent employees. Nice haircut, but they missed the top. Did they miss the top? It's okay. I'm old enough where I don't give a shit. As long as it stays on top of my head, at this point, that's all I give a shit about, Texas. Okay, I got a haircut. Is it still, can I do this and it stays put? Yep, that's all I care about.
Fire him away. I got lethal. Come out to me. Come out to
Let the dog go. Why do they bring a dog to the scene and not use the dog? Release the fucking dog. That way the threat is eliminated. And you teach that dog how to grab that man in the dick. That's how you train the dog. Go after the dick. He will go down and start screaming like a little girl. And he ain't worried about no weapons in his hand. That's how you train a canine.
Come out to me. Keep cover. Keep cover. Look away. Come out to me. You're right. I got it. Walk back to me.
Hey, D3.
Look away. Look straight. On your knees.
I got it. Yep.
Although this case didn't originally list charges, based on
Really?
the behavior described, the suspect would likely face charges of fleeing.
Exactly,
and eluding law
T-Gun.
enforcement.
Chris said on YouTube, during work training on my computer, it asked me questions like, if you saw two coworkers kissing at a movie theater, would you tell on them? I put out my own business. They said wrong answer. Why would they give a shit if two coworkers are kissing? I don't give a shit if she's giving him a blowjob in the theater. Ain't none of my business. That's just stupid. So they want employees that are tattletales, that get into everybody else's business instead of minding their own.
Reckless driving, aggravated fleeing for entering
Exactly,
oncoming traffic
Chris.
lanes, and potentially possession of a stolen vehicle if the SUV was confirmed stolen by St. Lucie County.
I was 82nd.
And Oslo or 82nd
Yeah.
the bridge?
82nd Oslo.
Oh, it looked like you hit him, but I was...
At 3 a.m., an officer attempted to stop a stolen vehicle carrying 4 teenagers. The driver fled at speeds reaching 100 miles per hour, ran red lights, and swerved dangerously around traffic heading into Milwaukee.
Oh, I didn't see that, Therapy. Yeah, I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't give a shit. The only time it would bother me, and I still wouldn't say nothing, is if Mr. Manager was sleeping with Mrs. Employee. That's a problem. Other than that, I don't give a shit about coworkers. But I don't want the CEO sleeping with the girl that I'm working beside, because, you know, she don't have to do what I do. She can do what she wants. Yep, liberal piece of shit judge. That's okay. Their day is coming. It's all part of the plan. Yeah, I used to get that all the time, Texas, on Twitch. They would mute most of my live stream after I wasn't live anymore. Yeah. But it still wouldn't be none of my fucking business. I ain't telling nobody. If they get caught, they'll get caught. But not by me. I don't give a shit what they do.
Just past Lincoln Avenue, the officer used a high-speed pit maneuver to end the pursuit, causing the stolen car
There's a
to
beautiful
crash into a
pit, too.
concrete pole. The 14
Because I would have done it on the other side. I wouldn't have done it to where he could go into oncoming traffic.
For operating a motor vehicle without the owner's consent, felony fleeing from law enforcement, reckless endangerment, hit and run resulting in property damage, and obstructing an officer by fleeing on foot. Eric Donnell Kelly was spotted driving a stolen...
Is anybody surprised? I am not.
...vehicle fleeing from Brevard County deputies. After crossing into Indian River County, Fellsmere Police took over the
Indian
pursuit,
River
and later
County.
The sheriff's office joined as Kelly ran multiple stop signs and continued fleeing at high speeds, despite 2 deflated tires.
1180, 1040 pit. He's got 1 tire that's down.
Then what you do, Texas, is in your setup, in your OBS setup, this is how you stop it. You go to your settings in OBS, and then you go down to audio. I think it's audio. Is it audio? No, let me see. Let me see what it is. It's one of these. Output. Is it output? Yeah, and then you, on your audio track, on your streaming settings, under output, you click on audio track number 1. And then the music you put on audio track number 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, whatever. But then you, in your settings, you say in Twitch that you just want audio track 1 actually recording. Now everybody will hear the music when you're live, but when they watch the video back, the VOD is gone because it's on another audio track. That's what I had to do, and it fixed it. Just saying.
About 50.
1106, he's going to be south on Broadway from 512. South on Broadway from 512.
Damn, I didn't realize there was that many U-Hauls being stolen and getting in high-speed chases. Oh, really? Okay.
Several were almost in my 7. Northern Lincoln, we're going eastbound on 89th Street, approaching South 9th Street, still eastbound.
The chase ended when a deputy performed a pinning maneuver that immobilized the vehicle on the shoulder of South Willow Street.
But Chris, on those surveys, you just tell them what you think they want to hear. That way you get by it. Yeah, apparently therapy.
Everybody, shut off your radio. Shut off your lights. I got someone in the passenger
Turn off the siren.
Siren.
Siren! Turn them off!
Everybody, cue your sirens.
Finally, somebody with some common sense.
All right, I'm incident commander. I got someone in the passenger seat, unknown driver seat. We got two, one driver, one passenger. Let me get a long rifle on my side, driver's side. I need a long rifle on the right side. Keep your hands up.
See, I don't understand. When we got them stopped like that, every time, 100% of the time, we blitzed that vehicle. Everybody that's involved in the chase ran to the vehicle and snatched that piece of shit out of the driver's seat. You had people rushing the passenger side, the driver's side. Everybody's got their gun drawn. I don't understand this. Let's end the chase and then go into negotiation mode. Rush the fucking vehicle before he can catch his breath.
Oh, you hear me? Put your hands out. Put your hands out. Hands out. Leave them out.
Probably.
Do not move from there. Do you understand? All right, we need these sirens off, please. All sirens
Oh, shit.
off. You got a long rifle?
And then one person giving commands. That's it.
Turn the sirens off.
They actually put corporal on the patrol unit. Are you serious?
When you step out,
Oh, brother.
look away from me with your hands up. Step out.
I'm a corporal. I got 2 stripes.
Stop right there. Lift your
The
shirt
fuck?
from your collar. From your collar, lift your shirt. Do a 360. Do a 360. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep
They
going.
could have had this bald-headed bastard on the ground and cuffed already.
Keep going.
This is all unnecessary.
Left. Hands up. Left. Left. Keep coming. All right. Step back to me. Face away and step backwards. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep going. John, you got him?
Fucking cowards. I'd look over at Opie and tell him to shut the fuck up. I'm giving the commands here. Do you understand me?
Kelly was arrested at gunpoint, admitted he did not have a valid driver's license, and was transported to the county jail. Based on his actions, Kelly was charged with felony fleeing and eluding law enforcement, driving without a valid license, reckless driving, and criminal mischief for damaging a county sign valued at $500.
Surgery.
Glendale police located a stolen Volkswagen involved in a home invasion and armed robbery earlier that day in Milwaukee.
Todd, I'm just going to say it. The bathroom is not the most romantic place to have a powwow. That's like in the backseat of a patrol unit. What the fuck? Never would I do that. That's just not romantic enough. Yeah.
Coming up to Lydell, slowing down here. We're gonna go southbound on Lydell, southbound.
Yeah, please, lock the door.
Here in the 4800 block of Lydell, still going, coming up to Hampton.
68, get in front, get him.
Yep, we're southbound.
Alright, still, here comes the pit. Here comes the pit.
Pity. Nope. He knew what he was trying to do. That driver knew he was trying to pit him. Watch the picnic tables. Shit's very important on a Saturday and Sunday. We need someplace to put our barbecue. Hell no. Ain't having no pegging party in the bathroom. I want it in the privacy of a bedroom
led officers on a pursuit
with some candles
successfully stopped with a pit
and
maneuver.
some soft music
4 suspects were then taken into custody at gunpoint without further incident.
and a pizza waiting on the kitchen table for later to get the energy back. And a fresh pot of coffee. And maybe some fucking orange juice. I don't know. We might need the vitamin C. I don't know yet. But not a bathroom.
All 4 individuals were charged with operating a motor vehicle without the owner's consent, fleeing and eluding law enforcement, and receiving stolen property related to the armed robbery and vehicle theft.
If you think I'm sexy, come on, babe. Yep, you're right on, Texas. Or some Barry Manilow. Or some air supply. Low volume, air supply. We're going with air supply. I'm all out of love. What am I without you?
Stolen vehicle through a license plate reader. A high-speed pursuit followed, during which the driver recklessly endangered the public while trying to escape law enforcement.
Could be coming up to Bulldog and 100.
Dispatch has been updated.
Yeah, air supply.
For the front entrance.
Vehicle not stopping, heading towards the...
I would have said Chicago, but some of their fucking songs are too fast for Peggin. I don't want her to get carried away. Like, whoa, baby, slow the fuck down. It's not a fucking race car. You know, I was thinking ahead, Texas. I thought Chicago. But now I was like, no, some of their songs are really fucking quick. Really fast beat. And I don't want her getting carried away.
Dispatch has been updated.
It's running over the medians.
Copy, running over median.
Was there a body in the back or something? Now see, if they have enough patrol units, they should keep this chase in that parking lot. If they don't have enough patrol units, there's nothing they can do. But if we had the patrol units, like 4, he would not get back on the roadway. No fucking way. But it just depends on if you got the units or not.
Westbound 100. 110, no pursuit is authorized. No pursuit is authorized. Six missed.
Copy, 6 missed.
6 is 1.
Then you could be an accomplice, Texas, if you know your wife is in the back.
Swerve, he can't miss him.
That's information that law enforcement needs to know. Before the pit.
That was in the back trying to get something out of the back again.
Hey, step on that. That car's coming on the street.
Oh, shut up, bitch. Like you know. Shut up.
Ooh, that sounds horrible.
Fucking always drama. You wouldn't believe the drama that female officers bring into the shift. Just constant drama. Like everybody gives a shit about their fucking boyfriend problems.
Stop. Go ahead. Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Get down! Let the f down! Move! Move, you get shot!
I got Wesley.
Move and you get shot!
Now, do you see how there was no negotiation plans at the end of this high-speed pursuit? Yeah. They blitzed the fucking vehicle like you're supposed to do.
Okay.
That was f***ing dumb. Real f***ing dumb.
God damn. Why y'all breaking my wrist for?
Call it too secure.
Oh, it's not broken yet? Okay, let me try again. Fucking idiot.
Dude, can you please give me
I said all kind of stupid shit out there when I was handcuffing somebody after a high-speed chase.
After the pursuit ended, the suspect was arrested and faced an extensive list of charges, totaling 36 in all, including grand theft auto, fleeing and eluding, driving with a suspended license, and
Yeah, who gives a shit?
driving and traffic violations.
They bring so much drama to the shift, to our whole fucking shift.
An officer identified a stolen white GMC truck at a gas station and attempted a felony stop. The driver, D.V. Nichols, fled at high speeds, nearly striking another officer's vehicle, and led police through North Little Rock, Sherwood, and Jacksonville, reaching 120 miles per hour.
Jacksonville?
Multiple red lights and stop signs.
Not Jacksonville, Florida, from Arkansas. No way. Jacksonville must be another county.
Information, if we could go have somebody go down to that gas station, another gentleman hopped out, long black male with gray.
A pickup truck is very easy to pit. A pickup truck is very easy to pit. What the hell? Oh, very easy. This is a rear-wheel drive pickup truck, not a four-wheel drive. You almost don't even have to pit it, just bump it a little bit and you'll lose control of it. Because the back of that pickup truck is very light and unstable. One of the easiest, beside a minivan, one of the easiest things to pit.
Turn on Park Road, Dana Street.
We're on Turbo Units and that's directed for Adam 54, 1037.
There you go.
The chase ended when Arkansas State Police boxed her in, and officers physically pulled her from the vehicle after she refused to comply.
Again, second time.
Now pull in front of her. Pull in front of her. Yeah, I would have went right nose to nose with her.
Show me your hand.
Snatch that bitch out of the car by the hair of her head.
Open the door. Open the door. Open the door.
Break the fucking window.
Nichols was charged with theft by receiving, felony fleeing, driving on a suspended license, failure to stop for law enforcement, reckless driving, and multiple counts of disregarding traffic control devices.
Now that failure to stop for law enforcement, that's going to be thrown out. It's the same thing as the fleeing and attempting to elude. Driving on a suspended license, that'll stick. Reckless driving will be thrown out. They're going to say, well, that's double charges. The fleeing and the attempting to elude is enough. I'm talking about the solicitor is going to throw these out. Reckless driving, failure to stop for law enforcement officer, multiple counts of disregarding traffic control. Okay, that'll stick. Running red lights, running stop sign, that kind of stuff. But those other two charges, they'll be thrown out.
Officers also recovered the stolen key fob hidden in her clothing.
We didn't get to see you snatch her out. Did you see that? They ruined our bonfire.
Barnett, age 51, was apprehended after fleeing from police in a stolen Nissan Kicks.
Well, if it's stolen, it's definitely a hood rat behind the wheel. Purely menaces to our society. I don't know, he's got a hat on. He may not be a hood rat. Might just be a good old boy. Piece of shit good old boy, of course. Exactly, Chris.
Ended when Arkansas State Police performed a pit maneuver, sending the vehicle off an overpass
There you go.
and onto the interstate below. Barnett was taken into custody
Really?
without serious injury.
They put him down on the other level. Yeah, you piece of shit. Too bad it wasn't DOA.
Hey, can you see that car outside?
He was charged with theft of property over $25,000.
Have what? Todd?
Reckless driving.
Some states have those. Have what?
Fraud.
Driver! Can you see anything over there?
How about you go over, you fucking coward, to the passenger door? Jesus Christ. I mean, like, really? Oh, let's try to look through the fucking airbags and see if any movements happen. Just a different form of law enforcement today than it was when I was in law enforcement. Yeah, I gave him a flying lesson. I just wish it was DOA. Oh, sorry, he didn't make it. It wasn't the fall, it was that sudden stop on the freaking concrete. Let's go.
On May 5th, 2023, while on patrol, an officer observed a Penske truck and attempted to initiate a traffic stop. However, the driver refused to comply and fled the scene, prompting a pursuit.
And ladies and gentlemen, wait, hold on. Never, ever, ever have a pickup truck as a patrol unit. That is the stupidest idea. Now, it's okay for the sheriff to drive around in his pickup truck, because usually he's not going to be involved in a high-speed pursuit. It's a very dangerous vehicle to use in law enforcement. Whatever creams my Twinkie. I was really hoping, Texas, that she would have the Twinkie. Not me. Just saying. You guys started this shit. I'm just going along.
Bacony assumed the role of the primary unit.
How are you going to pit that fucking truck?
To an end.
Okay, that's a box truck. I would try it with a box truck like that. That's not like a tractor trailer. I would try a pit. It's gonna be fucking hard. I'll tell you how to pit this thing though. You have to wait until he's making a left-hand turn or a right-hand turn, and just in the middle of that turn, that's where you pit him, because he's already halfway there while he's in the turn. That's about the best way to pit a box truck.
Course of action remains to be seen.
Trooper, do you need to get that number? I know you're trying to move out of Daddy's house. 1-800-GO-PENSKE. That's gonna be hard, man. Holy shit! He did it! Adrian! I'm impressed.
Corporal Benke's plan proved effective, as he successfully brought the pursuit to an end.
I never
by
had to pit
executing
one of
a
those.
precise pit maneuver.
That was
However,
excellent.
The maneuver caused the truck to overturn and land on its roof, making the outcome somewhat concerning. Fortunately,
That was an awesome pit. I would have voted against it. That was, yeah, he did an awesome job there.
the driver was not injured. He was taken into custody, and the pursuit was officially concluded.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
On Tuesday morning in Gainesville, Florida,
I remember that. And then she tried to book an appointment with me and shit to explain it in detail. You know, like a hands-on thing. I was like, no, wait, hold on. I'm just absorbing the information right now.
serious police chase unfolded. A man stole a box truck and attempted to flee at high speed. The box truck
I'm so
had been
full of
reported
shit.
stolen from the Tampa area. Authorities spotted it traveling north in the southbound lanes of Interstate 75, near the Marion County line. Deputies from the Alachua County Sheriff's Office were called in to assist.
The light gonna turn westbound.
Welcome back, Miss Susan.
Turn on wrong way, Archer Road. Wrong way, Archer Road traffic.
What keeps hitting this patrol unit? Do you hear something banging on it? Buddy, you're not in a sports car. Boy, he almost flipped it right there in the middle of that intersection.
The suspect, identified as Brandon J.
No, say it isn't so. I mean, I take one look at him and I know he's in dentist school. He's been wanting to be a dentist since he was like 12. There's no way.
Baker was seen recklessly swerving across multiple lanes of traffic at high speeds, striking several vehicles, including patrol cars belonging to both troopers and deputies, attempting to stop him.
Corey, where you at now? Archer 93, Archer 93. I'm trying to match the coast. It's not that far. We're eastbound. We're passing Burger King eastbound.
He could kill somebody quickly with that big ass truck. And he does not have the training to be driving like he's driving.
So units 2300 Archer. Northbound into the new Butler Plaza. Northbound 37 Boulevard.
Pit him. See if you can pit this one. That's not really a pit, but that'll work. Oh, poor car.
Multiple patrol units were involved in the pursuit, all actively seeking a safe opportunity to bring it to an end, as the
Yeah,
suspect's
exactly.
reckless driving posed a significant
Wendy's!
risk of
Where's
causing
the
a fatal
beef?
accident.
She'd say, yeah, you're about to feel the beef in this pegging party. Be still. There's the beef. Oh, shit. Shoot that piece of shit.
After a lengthy pursuit through multiple streets and parking lots, officers successfully ended the chase with a precise pit maneuver. Following the vehicle stop, the suspect exited the car and attempted to flee on foot, but was struck by a patrol car. He was subsequently arrested and taken into custody. The suspect now faces multiple charges, including evading law enforcement, reckless driving, and carjacking.
The reckless driving's going to be thrown out. They'll keep the fleeing and attempting to elude.
On December 3rd, 2023, police in Miami.
Yeah, Hojo, it's too bad he didn't. The world would have been a better place without him.
The vehicle was taken by a man identified as a mental health patient who had recently escaped from a treatment facility.
Are they talking about Trooper? Wait, hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Let's just see. Let's get the inside scoop before we... I think this is all about Trooper. They said mental institution and... Hold on.
The suspect now faces multiple charges, including evading law enforcement.
Oh shit, I went back. I went too far back.
And carjacking. On December 3rd, 2023, police
last year. You guys remember he missed a lot of streams in 2023.
Responded to a report of a stolen cargo van taken from a car dealership. The vehicle was taken by a man identified as a mental health patient who had recently escaped from a...
If they say he's obese, that's all I've got all the evidence I need to identify Trooper.
Treatment facility. The van had been left with the keys inside, making it an easy target.
Yeah, that's Trooper style. Easy target. Yep, that's Trooper. I think we're on to something here, Texas. Damn. You can always tell it's a stolen vehicle because they don't give a shit how they damage it. Oh man, that's gonna be hard. I wouldn't have thought it was that hard. There you go. Yeah, it does. I guess the officer said, hell, my patrol unit's already totaled, so I might as well just go ahead and do what I need to do.
Despite the van's slower speed and awkward handling,
I know what you meant, Texas.
Several police attempts to stop him. When a trooper tried to perform a pit maneuver, the driver managed to recover control and continue fleeing. In one exchange, he even struck a police cruiser during the chaos.
Boy, that's beautiful. Just beautiful. Jump out and run into traffic. I hope you get ran over, you piece of shit.
At one point, a trooper attempted to force the van into a concrete divider, damaging his own vehicle in the process.
Yeah, they do, Therapy. Is that what it was, a Mercedes? I thought it was a Ford.
Not long after,
Streamline van.
Brought the pursuit to an end and surrendered. The van was likely no longer...
Is anybody surprised? Anybody? I'm not surprised.
Drivable by that point. On May 25th, 2020, Georgia State
Native drums? I don't know.
To assist the Savannah Police Department with a traffic
Savannah, Georgia.
A white Ford Econoline van. The van had a confirmed stolen license plate and was possibly stolen itself. Officers had been following the vehicle as it entered Interstate 516 eastbound from Gwinnett Street. pursuit was short-lived, as an
Of
officer
course.
executed a swift and
A van like that, very easy to pit. It's top heavy. Even that last truck, very top heavy. So yeah, they pitted it pretty well.
precise pit maneuver that brought the van to a stop. The driver, identified as Melinda Flakes, attempted to flee on foot, but was...
Trooper, is there any relationship here? Your stepsister or your stepsister and your future wife or stepsister and your girlfriend? I don't know. You'd have to come forward and let us know the details. How far is your bedroom away from her bedroom? Or is it the same area? I'm just asking, Trooper.
tased by officers. She was then placed in handcuffs and taken into custody, effectively bringing the pursuit to
Well,
an
at least
end.
now you know where she is, Trooper.
On August 29th, 2024, Arkansas State Police engaged in a pursuit involving a stolen motor coach bus. The incident began after suspect fled from troopers in the stolen vehicle.
Okay. I don't care if this son of a bitch is turning right, left, going backwards. You're not pitting this thing. Not with a patrol. Now, if you had one of those, what do they call them, those cats from the SWAT team, then maybe you have a chance to pit this son of a bitch. Other than that, and that's still going to be a difficult task. Holy shit. You're not pitting this one. Let's watch him do it. Yeah, Bearcat. Thank you, Therapy. A Bearcat could probably do it. But not no little Ford patrol unit or a Charger or anything. They're not going to do it. What the fuck? How the shit are they going to... I don't know, Trooper. Finally, you came back to life. How's your stepsister doing?
Unsuccessful pit.
If they pit this thing, I'm going to be very impressed. Go ahead, do it again. I want to see him pit it. Oh yeah, you can pit it with a bobtail. Oh, I don't know. Just make sure it's not a fucking Volvo. Because the outside of that Volvo is nothing but fiberglass. You'll rip the shit out of it trying to pit this bus. And I think KWs are the same way now. Get a Peterbilt. There you go. Or a Mack. I do too. I want to see him pit it. Yeah, but a bobtail, Peterbilt, or a Mack could fucking pit that shit, no problem. Watch it be George Strait's tour bus when they get him stopped.
Troopers pursued the suspect westbound on U.S. Highway
Yeah,
70.
Pete.
Suspect then turned onto Highway 161 before veering off-road and continuing onto railroad tracks. The bus had been stolen earlier that morning, around 3 a.m. from the Little Rock area.
You think, Texas, that a Ford F-150 pickup truck... What have I told you? If a Ford F-150 pickup truck tried to pit that bus, it would pit itself. Remember, it's... The back end, that bed is very light. Never gonna happen. Not even a 250 or a 350 could pit it. They could box it in, though. I'd love to see them pit it, though. No, I've never chased a bus before. Never had that privilege. What are you doing? Yeah, shoot out the tires. There you go. That's a good idea. Shoot out the fucking tires.
We've got two that have been shot out.
Yeah, I know it was.
Pursuit came to
The
an end.
F-150 was
The
Trooper.
suspect, identified as Elvin Richard, drove the bus
Okay, I'm a little surprised, okay? Can't believe it. Wow. Tell it, say it isn't so.
Into the Union Pacific Rail Yard Terminal.
Fucking porch monkey. Should've known.
Located at 1020 West Bethany in North Little Rock. At that location, Sergeant Gabe Monroe successfully disabled the vehicle by shooting out its tires, effectively stopping the bus. Richard
That was a good
taken into
idea.
Custody without injury.
Too bad.
On April 25th, 2021, authorities began tracking a stolen Isuzu NPR landscape truck headed toward the metro Atlanta area. Georgia State Patrol troopers from Troop B and Troop C
I was that close to being Georgia Highway Patrol. Yeah, and this has got that lift gate on the back. No, that's not a lift gate. No, never mind. Somebody call that number and let his company know that he's running from the police. I think that's a good idea. You're gonna get fired, prick. Oh no, he carjacked the fucking van or the truck. It's all stolen, of course.
Robert William Queen 1395 RWQ 1395.
Troopers located the stolen truck traveling southbound. When emergency lights
Stolen truck. What'd I say?
refused to stop and initiated a
Course.
high-speed pursuit. While fleeing, the suspect drove recklessly, swerving between lanes and nearly striking several vehicles.
He could kill so many people with that damn... Not the RV! Okay, good. Hey, Pat, you call the number first. No, it's okay. They probably already know their vehicle's been stolen. They'll probably get me for phone harassment trying to call it in. That was pretty good, though. I didn't expect him to pit it. Damn. That's pretty fucking good.
As the pursuit reached I-75 near Central Avenue, a trooper executed a successful pit maneuver,
I don't know how he did it.
causing the truck to spin, hit a shoulder barrier.
Of course, I've never had the opportunity to chase one.
Identified as Tyrell
No. Come on, Buckwheat. You know better.
Williamson was taken into custody without further incident after being approached at gunpoint. He was transported to Grady Hospital for evaluation and later booked into Fulton County Jail.
Little jungle bunny.
Officers in North Columbus responded to a report involving a semi-trailer.
Okay, now this I want to see. Go ahead and pit that fucking 53-foot trailer. Do it. I will be impressed. I will send you some fucking colonial from Swiss colony. I will send you some fucking beef jerky and shit. You pit that.
That had crashed into a building and fled the scene. When officers located the vehicle in the 1600 block of
Probably related, Cromwell.
traffic stop,
Probably a cousin. You know, they're all fucking related somehow.
initiating a pursuit.
Isn't it funny how that happens? How they're all related?
He's trying to back into me, radio. He's trying to ram me.
I wonder if there's some incest going on. They're all fucking related.
Radio, he's dragging a bunch of stuff off his truck. I don't know, it might even be a car door from the car, but we're off when he's gonna try to bail here. He tried to hit a car that was southbound, and we're off northbound again. Traffic center here coming up on Schrock.
Yeah, that'll definitely do it.
Stand by, radio. We're westbound Schrock.
He's gonna take. Oh, he's gonna hit the fucking.
Cruiser, just 5 to cruiser.
Obviously, he is not a CDL driver. He doesn't know his clearances.
All right, hold on. Hey, can we get some cruisers up in front of him to clear some traffic?
He has not the license to be driving this tractor trailer.
on 3 and 4, start that way as well.
You trying to do tear up your patrol unit? What are you gonna do? Get in front of me. Get in front of me. Of course, that wouldn't stop him either.
All right, yeah, 10, whoever's behind me, call it.
No, and attempted murder on a police officer.
Behind me's gonna call it.
Police identified the suspect as 42-year-old Gregory I.
I'm not making this shit up. I've never seen these videos before. But I do know if these fucking menaces to society pieces of shit would all travel back to fucking Africa, our crime rate in this country would go down overnight by 92%. That's pretty high, isn't it? 92% crime rate would drop.
Ivory, a California resident. He was also reportedly seen brandishing a handgun prior to fleeing. Officers tracked the vehicle near Carl and East Dublin Granville roads as the pursuit continued through city streets.
Who's from Cali? Therapy?
Yeah, we got victims out here.
Damn.
We're on 84.
And you think this piece of shit gives a damn about damage or safety of civilians or other drivers? He don't give a shit. He'd soon kill them all to get away.
He's out of here.
Exactly, therapy. Headshot, headshot. That's what they need, is a headshot.
The suspect was driving recklessly, swerving down the center of the road and striking multiple vehicles.
See, in a situation like this, seriously, they should be able to shoot to kill. You've got to stop this son of a bitch. And they should all be given orders. Shoot, stop him at all costs. Shoot to kill. And put a sniper up down the road. Right through that front windshield.
During the pursuit, he collided with a police cruiser.
Did it look like a Volvo?
The truck came to a brief stop.
Absolutely.
Again.
Very dangerous.
Exited the vehicle and attempted to flee on foot. He was taken into custody shortly afterward, with charges pending.
And what do you want to bet? He said, I didn't do nothing. What you arrested me for?
Connection to the incident. A pursuit involving a tractor trailer crossed state lines from Pennsylvania.
Fuck, a JB Hunt truck doesn't go fast enough to run from the police. What the hell? They got fucking governors. I don't think they can go over 42 miles an hour.
Pennsylvania into Ohio, drawing in troopers from both states. The incident unfolded along the Ohio Turnpike and ended in Canfield Township on Monday afternoon. The chase began.
I was at a truck stop outside of Knoxville. There's a big way station and all that right outside Knoxville, Tennessee. And I was at a Petro. There's a Petro there. And there's a Love's and all that shit. But I went into the Petro. And I'm sitting in the driver's area, drinking a cup of coffee. And just across from me over here, there was a driver. He's a JB Hunt driver, and I know that because the shirt said JB Hunt. Because they had to wear uniforms back then. I don't know about today, but back then they all had to fucking wear the brown, light brown shirts and the brown pants. And, you know, because JB Hunt was owned by what's his name? I forgot his first name, but Walton, the founder of Walmart. Well, his cousin or his brother-in-law is the owner of JB Hunt, the founder of JB Hunt. And he made him dress, yeah, Sam Walton. Sam Walton's brother-in-law or step-brother or something owns JB Hunt. And he's sitting over there, and they look professional back then. And I'm going back in the 80s. They looked sharp. And he was sitting there, and he had this, well, he was sitting there drinking coffee, and I had a green, metal green thermos. And you can buy them at the Petro gift shop or at Love. Well, there was no Love's then. But yeah, you can buy them at Truck Stop. It's a big, you've seen them on movies. And I set my thermos down, and he had the same kind of thermos as I did. And we got, we just chit-chatting back and forth as I'm sitting there drinking my coffee, and the waitress came over. I said, ma'am, can I get this filled up with regular coffee? I don't want decaf. And the JB Hunt driver, and I said he had one. He didn't have one at that point. He went and bought one. He didn't have a thermos. And he said, man, what is that? And I looked at him like that. It's a thermos. Really? What does it do? I said, well, it keeps hot things hot and cold things cold. He said, damn, I got to get me one of those. And he got up and he went into the store and got one and brought it back. He bought one, brought it back. And by that time, the waitress had already came and she was handing me my thermos full of coffee. And he handed her, he took his thermos and gave it to her and said, hey, can I get some chili and some iced tea in that, please? Because I told him it kept hot things hot and cold things cold. See, that's the mentality. They look sharp, but that was the mentality of a JB Hunt driver back then. Yeah, it keeps, but not at the same time, fucktard.
And after officers attempted to stop a semi reportedly involved in an incident in Pennsylvania. But
no, that whole story was made up there. That didn't never happen. It's a joke. Okay, just for the record, it was a fucking joke.
The driver refused to pull over.
Yeah, give me some iced tea and some chili in my thermos. Boy, back in the 80s, we would rag the fuck out of a JB Hunt driver, though. We were jealous because they made all the money out there on the. They made great money. They were like, a lot of them were on salary. They made kick-ass money. Exactly. Because this little prick over here told me it keeps hot things hot and cold things cold. I want to test that theory.
512, I got 432 coming from LCS with the commercial grade sticks.
Nope, can't do it. Not on the stream.
Troopers initially attempted to bring the chase to an end by deploying spike strips along the Ohio Turnpike. Despite their efforts, the first device failed to stop the semi, as the driver continued moving at varying speeds and maneuvered around traffic. The truck maintained course even after passing over the spikes, showing little immediate effect from the attempt.
Hey, Texas, have you ever heard of that trucking company? It's called Overnight. It's like yellow, like yellow freight lines and all that, but it's called Overnight. I don't know how the fuck they're gonna stop this guy. Because this truck can just push that patrol unit just out of the way. Look, you're getting on my nerves. And just swat him off to the side of the road. Yeah, it's old knit. Very many on them on the road even when I was driving. Why? Because there was talk that J.B. Hunt was going to buy overnight. Overnight Express is what it was called. And J.B. Hunt was going to buy it. And they were going to change the name of Overnight Express to Once a Week. You heard that? He could just swat that patrol unit right out of his way.
1532 Cleveland. Trailer number is going to be John Boy Henry Zebra 674212. That's JB Hunt trailer.
Yeah, absolutely, Cromwell. Turbulence Express. I don't know why he's not. See what I tell you? These fucking things are governed at 42 miles an hour. Or something like that. They don't go very fast. And it pisses you off when they go out in the left-hand lane like they're Billy Badasses and they're fixing to go. And all they do is block traffic. Yeah, that's true, Therapy. Oh yeah, that's one way to stop him, but they didn't stop him. Maybe he was texting and driving.
Canfield Township, after the semi left the highway and rolled over near an embankment. As the vehicle came to a stop, the driver exited from the passenger side and attempted to flee on foot.
How did the driver? I'm just asking. You see where this truck is? The bobtail up there is laid on the ground on the passenger side. How did this driver go out the passenger side unless he had a fucking shovel? That makes no sense. Isn't that what he said? I think that's exactly what he said. Hold on.
Pursuit came to an end in Canfield Township after the semi left the highway and rolled over near an embankment. As the vehicle came to a stop, the driver exited from the passenger side.
There's no fucking way.
And attempted to flee on foot. Troopers quickly moved in and took him into custody without further incident.
Oh shit, Mike.
On June 12th,
you don't want to hurt their fucking snowflakes' feelings.
Driven recklessly on the highway.
If you don't agree with their treasonous fucking ideas over on Twitch, they ban you.
The officer attempted to initiate a traffic stop. The driver refused to comply, prompting a pursuit.
Hey, Rockford units on the north end of Kent County. $6466. I don't have anyone answering up. What do you got?
We got a Winnebago southbound.
Clear, so it sounds like a pursuit.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking he was looking for a place to set up shop. That's probably Walter's RV. Of course, I think, no, his RV was a little longer than that. Unless he downgraded, that can't be Walter.
Not a Winnebago. Anyone in position?
Well, that's true. He could have done that. Maybe. But that means he's not obese. He'd have to be as little as I am to slide out that window. But that window was still on the ground. Huh.
Try and get position here.
Yeah, Winnebago.
37, I can't load on follow-up. I can start that way. 52186.
Are you calling me Sherlock, Miss T-Gun?
Off at the 114.
Should I take it as a compliment, or you're as stupid as Sherlock?
Looks like they just flipped around, probably heading back towards 131.
Now see right there, he could have pitted him. As he's making that turn, he's already off balance. You hit him in that back, between that back wheel and the, yeah, he could have pit him, but he didn't do it.
Okay, let's just
He just let him go by.
Team, we're going the wrong way on northbound. Permission to pit.
606414.
Did he just say permission to pit? Listen, buddy, if I'm certified on the pit maneuver, I don't need any. It's up to me. I don't need anybody's permission. What the fuck? They got these officers on a fucking short leash, don't they?
Southbound in the northbound lanes now.
Holy shit, permission to pit. There he goes again. If you're certified, you make the decision whether it's time to pit.
The suspect, a
The
woman,
dispatcher
was
saying,
driving
I think we have a
Officers deployed spike
pursuit.
strips in an
Yeah.
attempt to stop her, but she continued to flee, refusing to pull over.
Still southbound, speeds of 45. They hit a car just north of D112, it looks like.
Get a car north of the 112, 1401.
Fox 7, are they still in the northbound lane?
A-firm, southbound and northbound.
Therapy said, I think that's Walter White in the... Okay, Therapy, I hope you're sitting down because I just want to clear up something. Walter White is not Elvis Presley. That's number one. Number two, Walter fucking died in the last episode. Okay? I'm sorry to break that to you if you hadn't watched all the seasons, but the fucker died on the last episode. So, it can't be Walter. He's not Elvis Presley. He's not coming back. Just saying. I hope I didn't ruin your day.
Heavy traffic, there's a PDA at the 112 as well.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah, he could be a ghost. But how's he going to hold on to the steering wheel? Would be my first question.
Speeds of 43. Hit another car. Out of the way.
Cut across southbound in the southbound, 1402.
What the fuck is with this 1970 bubble? Do you see on the patrol unit the little red bubble? That's a 1970 style. Obviously, they haven't upgraded in a while. Wow.
5-3 from 6-6 back.
Never saw that before. Not since my dad was a deputy sheriff. Of course, he had a blue light, a blue bubble. Yeah, on the stupid stop shit. What is that? That cost the taxpayers thousands of dollars to put that on every patrol unit. And for what?
Officers were actively seeking a safe opportunity to end the pursuit, as the suspect's dangerous driving posed a serious threat to everyone on the road, including potential
I guess.
victims. They were doing their best to bring the situation under control without...
I haven't seen a bubble in a long time. I used to ride with my dad during the summer and Christmas vacations and Easter vacation and all that shit. I was out there riding with my dad at 12 years old and up. And he had a bubble. And I remember when he switched patrol units, and I was excited. He wasn't that excited. I was excited. He brought that patrol unit up in the driveway. We had this dirt driveway that would come up, and then it would level off. And he came up and parked that thing. It had 2 fucking bubbles. No shit. A piece of metal going across like this, a bubble there and a bubble there. And I'm like, whoa, that's cool as... I'd never seen it before. Everybody just had the single bubble. But then they came out with the double bubble.
614, I think there's a turnaround here at the 105. We'll sit here.
Yeah, I want that too, Therapy. No, that were blue lights. They can't be the cherries. Yeah, I wonder how many people see that stop sign and actually stops. And it makes no sense to put that on the hood of a patrol unit. Stop. Do you want me to stop before or after impact? I mean, really.
That's I'm northbound West River.
Yeah, the blueberries.
Northbound West River, 1404.
Yeah, you should, Texas. That's back in like 1972, 73.
606133 checking in. I'll be in Kent till midnight. Can I be of help anywhere?
If you don't mind heading north on 131, try and get this over with before they get farther south.
Yeah, but I would think before then, pedestrians would already know to look both ways. If they've made it that far in life, they already know. They don't need a sign on the hood of a patrol unit with the one little bubble light from 1968.
17-mile road here. I think 66.
Hey, real quick, what's up? Hit speed.
Yeah, 1 Adam 12, yep.
Yeah, real quick.
1 Adam 12, 1 Adam 12.
Kent County can monitor on the fucker.
I'll call you back.
Kent County says if you need stop 6, let them know.
His wife was calling him to remind him about date night. He said, I gotta go. I'm a little tied up right now. Oh, not into the car!
Kent County's got the freeway shut down.
I mean, that was the time to do it, but damn, he smashed him into that car sitting there.
Came to an end when an officer executed a successful pit maneuver, forcing the suspect to stop. She was there.
Now, guess what? This RV, the trooper pitted that RV at the perfect time. I'm not saying he didn't do the pit right, but where he screwed up is there's a car right there waiting, and he shoved that RV right into the side of that car. Guess who's paying the damage for that car? Yep, the county taxpayers, the state taxpayers. Absolutely.
Then placed in handcuffs and taken into custody, effectively concluding the pursuit.
Let's go.
All USA. It's an American summer. Except for tourism, because tourism's down because no one wants to come here. USA, woo! And honestly, my dad served in the military, and I'd love to be really proud of this nation, but it's hard to be proud of it under Donald Trump. But hey, you know, while you're here, pick up a USA bikini.
Yeah, it turns out people like to buy USA-themed clothes before July 4th more than they want to buy their son a bikini that he can tuck his dick with.
Happy Pride Month. In my Target that used to have the Pride section, it's now all USA. It's an American summer. Except for tourism, because tourism's down because no one wants to come.
So she wants to buy her son some Pride shit. Fuck LGBTQ elemental P. Any fucking group that takes up 72% of the alphabet, I'm not for them.
Now, this is a message I can get behind 1,000%. Watch this next clip until the end. Check it out.
I'm at the gym minding my own business. This older white guy comes up to me, pointing to my shirt, and he said, "Let me talk to you real quick." So I walk over there, I'm like, "What's up, man?" He said, "You shouldn't be wearing that shirt right now. You're gonna offend a lot of people."
I don't give a shit.
Who am I gonna offend? He said, "Immigrants." I started laughing. I'm like, "I'm an immigrant. I support the president." He's like, "No, you're not." I was like, "Yeah, born and raised in Iran, man." He gets all confused and he's like, "Well, how about the soldiers, military's being deployed to target protesters?" I was like, I like law and order too. I like stores that are not looted. I like taxi cabs that are not burned. I don't know about you. I support him on that. And he's like, "Well, a lot of people in the military don't. They're speaking up. They're walking away." And I was like, "Well, guess what, man? I'm a veteran too. And the first thing they teach you in the military that you obey the chain of command. And guess who's at the top of that chain? It's the commander-in-chief, the president of the United States." So I told him this. If you are talking about immigrants, you're wrong. You're talking about illegal immigrants. I spent 3 years in a refugee camp in Turkey, waited my turn with no source of education, no source of income, because we knew what was on the other side. And when we got here, we didn't raise the Iranian flag. We raised the American flag and the Texas flag, and we still do today. So you're not talking about immigrants. You're talking about illegal immigrants, those people who invaded this country. And anybody in the military that have a problem with this, or like this guy, or those foreigners that are raising the foreign flag, you all are more than welcome to get the hell out and go fight another place.
Get the fuck out of our country.
This is a message I can...
We have a black woman fight at Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah, these fucking hood rats, they do not know how to act in public. If you don't believe me, go to Red Lobster or anywhere else and out to eat. And if there's some fucking hood rats in there, there'll be one family in the whole restaurant, and that's all you can hear is those fucking hood rats screaming and yelling and laughing, and They don't know how to act in public. Taxpayers bought that wig. And see the kids in the background? Yeah, future criminals.
Swarmed by Texas Roadhouse employees. But
that's very dangerous for these young girls to be getting involved. Let them fight. Let them kill each other.
there is something deeper to this. The kid in the background with the dad trying to protect him.
Yeah, the white father and the young kid, probably 6, 7, getting his first experience with black fighting. And, you know, that leaves an imprint. But at a restaurant? Where, Daddy, what are they doing?
Oh, they're fighting over the last roll that you get for free.
Yeah.
We have a black woman fight at Texas Roadhouse.
You can't make this shit up. Here, let them kill each other. Don't break it up.
Did he accept the sin?
Oh, I love this guy. He don't sugarcoat nothing. He'll tell you, blacks are full of shit. They're menaces to our society.
In the person.
He'll tell you.
Give me an example. What are we talking about?
Do you know what sin is?
Do you know what sin is?
Yes, I do.
Can you explain it for me?
Yeah, I will, but just, you know, you're my guest. Did he accept the sin of in the person?
Yeah, he, in some cases, accepted people for who they were, but did not see that as sin. I'm not going to play this rhetorical game with you because I think what you're trying to do is equate homosexuality with sin, and
right now, I don't have anything particular in my mind, but that's a good example. There was a woman who was a prostitute.
Yeah.
And Jesus said, you know, let he without sin cast the first stone, right? And everybody put the little rocks down and walked away. But he also said to the woman, go away and sin no more.
Right.
Was Jesus accepting her sin?
I'm glad you gave me a specific example. No, he was not accepting the sin.
So why do you accept the sins of others today then?
Because I don't
As
think,
a man of God.
I don't think prostitution.
That was stupid. You see that? He was in the lane to go straight, not in the turning lane. This guy was in the turning lane, and now Hansel is gonna run after him and mad because he was in his turning lane. Well, that was kind of fucking stupid, don't you think? This is why you always have your handgun, your Glock, or whatever weapon you have it in the car. This guy's what, 15 and a half? Probably doesn't even have a learner's permit. That's probably Daddy in there trying to teach him how to drive. And Daddy's as stupid as an idiot kid. Look at him with the camera. What the fuck?
Dialed emergency 000.
Wow. Now see, look. See the turning lane only? And where he is, you're supposed to go straight. But he decided... See, look. Fucking idiot.
Jason Roscoe from North Las Vegas PD on February 4th. What can you tell us about him?
Terrible. Responded to a disturbance call, a guy throwing rocks at cars. And when he got there, the subject was armed. He basically walked into an ambush. And while they got in a gunfight, He was caught out in the open. He was hit, went down, and even though he returned fire and hit the suspect, second officer, backup officer, is the one who killed him. But he was mortally wounded, and despite those mortal wounds, he managed to fight back. And the suspect walked up to him when he was down and killed him and executed him. 2 children.
Jason
Damn.
Roscoe from.
I'll get her. I got you guys right here.
Roro.
What's going on? I got video of everything, guys. Excuse me? Why are we here? Yeah. We got told that you were beating on your wife. Come here, ma'am. What's going on? Me. I got you. Don't want you to worry about it. We're going to get it for you. Okay, I understand. It's your wife. Come on, ma'am. Ma'am, come to me. Look at me. Come here to me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. You have video of it?
Yes, sir, I do.
Yeah, they don't play.
Okay. You're all right. You're all right. You're all right.
You piece of shit.
Sit down, Laney. Watch Chad over here.
Yeah, go ahead and fight. Please fight us.
Laney, grab her.
Yes, ma'am.
Laney, please.
I got her. What? What? Come here. You're good. Just squat down. Just squat down.
I'll get her.
I just learned so much about EBT or SNAP or whatever, and I'm kind of pissed off.
Wait, what is SNAP? Does anybody know what SNAP is? I haven't heard that until just now. EBT and SNAP? What the fuck is SNAP? Did they come out with a new hood rat benefit? Oh, Wick. Wow.
I posted in one of my mom groups. Tell me all of your EBT tips and tricks to get the most out of it. So honestly, just curious because I've never had like benefits or anything like that. Read through the comments and I started to get really annoyed because I have worked very, very hard since I was 14 years old and paid into this for people to basically be abusing the system. Now, don't get me wrong.
Yep.
If you are a family or a single mom or single dad and you genuinely can't afford food or to feed your family or whatever, and you need these benefits, no judgment at all. However, the people in these comments...
I think there should be a 6-month limit. And after 6 months, because the food stamps was put out there, well, Leonard B. Johnson said, you know, he wanted the black vote. That's why he did it. But it's supposed to be to give you a hand up. You know, kind of help you out for just a little while you get back on your feet. So it should be no longer than 6 months. And then you have to wait 3 years again before you can get back on it for another 6 months.
Comments that are just abusing it.
Yeah, they should. Exactly.
Did you know that if you have EBT that you can get high-speed Wi-Fi from Xfinity for $15 a month?
Really?
It's pretty fucked up because I pay over $100.
I didn't know that.
For mine.
Yeah, that's what I pay.
Amazon Prime. Why? Because
really
having your things delivered to you within 2 days is essential. It's a survival need. Don't think so. Walmart delivery, Target Circle, Shipt, DoorDash, they all offer discounts for EBT. That to me is wild.
I didn't know that.
So
Did y'all know
you
that?
can go and be
No, I didn't know
lazy
that.
and spend your money on having whatever crap delivered to your door. That to me is a luxury. That's a
That's crazy.
I had no idea.
No wonder y'all been finessing the system for so long.
Trooper, I will ban your ass. No, you have a right to your freedom of speech, but RFK is not a moron. You should appreciate him more than anybody here. Make America healthy again.
So basically, you got it better than the people that actually work for a living. It is an insult.
Correct. And they make a career out of it from generation to generation to generation. I can't tell you how many times we did no-knock warrants. We get in there, and there's $4,000 in this hood rat's pocket and $1,500 over here in this pocket, but yet right over there on the counter is about $2,000 worth of food stamps. We know because we had to inventory it. Yeah. And they're in a place where they don't pay any rent. No light bill. No water bill, no nothing. Just, and they got more money in their pockets than I'm making 3 months.
You guys have it better than people that go to work every single day. So while I'm paying full price,
He's not getting rid of vaccines that saves lives. He's getting rid of vaccines that's got all these fucking chemicals in it that are making people obese, that are making kids retarded. Yeah.
because I pay for internet in like 4 different places. I got the internet down here. I got the internet literally in this. This is the business class internet, the internet out there, and the internet over there. And I pay an egregious amount of money, and y'all getting the same high-speed access for $15. Now, some of y'all are going to sit here and
Wow.
say, hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. Yeah, no. I'm hating it when it starts to come out of my pocket. That's when you start to hate it because we're subsidizing this. I would assume that Comcast is not just offering this as a benefit.
Wow.
That we're subsidizing it as American taxpayers and the federal government, and we're giving up all of this so that you guys can be able to do what you want to do. And then they pass it over into the future generations. And so now, why would they? If they spent their whole life doing this, why would they do it anything different?
I just learned so much about EBT or SNAP.
Woman is doing a self-check.
Here we go. Little porch monkeys.
Out at Church's Chicken.
Oh, my girl clowning bad. My girl.
So she goes behind the counter with her snot-nosed little thing and goes over and serves herself. I don't want none of that food. Ugh.
Girl fixing her own order.
The fuck I am.
All right.
Wait for me talking about some fucking weight, bitch. No. You gonna give me my motherfucking shit. And I'm gonna take your fucking case. You got me fucked up. Around this bitch. Girl.
Or chopping watermelon.
Nice of her to use the tongs at least.
Yeah. I was
Yeah.
going to say, it's nice of her to provide fodder for rape.
The only reason she used the tong is because the shit was hot. She didn't do it out of being polite.
Racists. Fried chicken heist.
With the baby in your arm and you're on EBT and you're not even using it.
That kid is doomed, man.
Unfortunately. This woman is doing a self-checkout.
How do you rate
the unbridled joy of watching Theo Vaughn? And
I don't care about that. Good. Ram that son of a bitch. Look at this piece of shit driver. Just right in the way of a fucking fire truck. And all he's got to do is put it in reverse and back up a little bit so the fire truck can clear. And he's too stupid to do that. Hey! You guys have a super blessed evening, and we'll see you on Saturday. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. I've got to go. Gotta leave you all behind and face the truth.